Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Come on in, y'all. Happy Friday, y'all. Come on in, come on in. I'm going to start y'all out with the positive vibes of the day because you know what I say. It's going to be a what?
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do.
The aftermath of preparation.
Hey,
Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Some life ain't easy, y'all. I think there's a reason, y'all.
Hey,
Ups and downs, just like every different season, y'all. Sometimes I'm high,
other times I'm barely breathing, y'all.
You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, y'all.
Negative thoughts.
A poison the ride. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap
All the bad for the good in my head.
when I'm lost.
Hey, what? So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate. Friends till I hate them.
You show yourself
A foundation. Stay away from all the
shit that causes
Oh my
sensation.
goodness, yummy.
Because of sensation.
I live my life in my head.
Like a narration.
Don't expect greatness to my best man. I take it. Hey,
Wake up.
today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey,
Wake up.
good morning, Hillbilly.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Hillbilly, I love and appreciate you. Even in your times of need, you show up here. Amazing. Step forward.
Everybody just
Hey, good morning, everyone. I don't know, my stream is delayed on Facebook. It still says it's sending data, but I don't care. Facebook either gets the live or they don't. More importantly, that you guys show up. You know how to find me on YouTube. It's streaming on YouTube. Sometimes Facebook gets hung up. That's all right. But good morning. Happy Friday, y'all. So Hillbilly, the funeral. You know, blessings to you because even in times of your own need and in mourning, you show up here, right? And I know even for myself at times when I have personal things going on in my life, it's hard for me to show up in certain places. It's hard for me to do different things. Like I recognize in the last month or so that my activities have toned down a bit because of the things that I'm going through. Because when you are mentally overwhelmed with your own personal stuff, it gets in the way of other things and you have to prioritize those things, right? And I am learning not to overextend myself, and just say no to protect my peace, to protect my energy, to deal with the things that I need to deal with. And so, Hillbilly, I understand if you were not here for a couple of days or whatever because you're going through something. I'm glad to see you, though. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad that you're giving us the opportunity to go through it with you. All right. Mourning is hard and the timing of mourning is different for everyone. All right. And so I just want to elaborate that we are here for you, Hillbilly. Good morning, Tamika. Good morning, Valerie. Happy Friday, y'all. We are in the house. All right. It is Friday. The week seemed to go by so fast. I couldn't wait for Friday to come here. And I don't know why, right? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Friday for me Well, because it's the end of the corporate work week. And I say corporate work week because my personal business always goes. But also, it is my day 6 of riding the bike. And you know, I go live on TikTok when I do this. And let me tell y'all something. I admitted to TikTok that I get up in the morning and some mornings I don't want to ride. Some mornings it's very hard for me to navigate getting on my bike. But I remind myself that, you know, love starts with me, right? My mental and my physical is important to me. I'm not saying that everybody has to prioritize that in their life. But for me, because I understand where I am in life, I understand that I'm 57 years old. I understand that, you know, shit just naturally happens. Like I'm starting to get the gooseneck and shit. Things start to happen as you get older, right? And again, I stand by the words of we can get older, but we don't have to be old. You know, we can't help shit like this, the turkey neck and shit. We can't help that. We can exercise, use all kind of creams and shit, but certain shit is going to happen. But I do, to the best of my ability, I try to stay as youthful in the body as I can. All right. And so I get up and I exercise and I just get that out the way because I feel like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to dedicate to myself. Why can't I do that? Right. And I do that and then I play. And then I play. And so I'm excited it's Friday because today was my last day for this week that I ride my bike. My day 1's is Sunday. So I get the rest of today rest and I get Saturday rest from working out. Okay. Now that the weather is getting warmer, you know, and my thighs, y'all know, y'all see my thighs. My thighs are always big and meaty, right? But in the summertime, springtime, summertime, my thighs and my legs trim down a bit because not only do I ride my bike, but I also go on walks a couple of days during the week. And on the weekends, I do a 5-mile walk. During the week, I try to do 3-mile walk on top of riding my bike. So my legs get a little smaller in the spring and in the summer. And so that's all right because that's bathing suit time anyway. And so, you know, you rock it. And then the winter time, you act like a bear and you hibernate and you eat and, you know, you get a little fluffy. I'm okay with that. I don't let shit like that stress me. I don't. The fuck? I get fluffy and then, you know, I slim down. It's all right. That's not the reason why I work out. The fuck? I just want to keep moving. I want to keep dancing. I want to keep dropping it like it's hot. The fuck? I'm still having sex and shit. Like I need to be flexible. I'm just saying. I don't like having limitations is all I'm saying. All right. So those are the many reasons why I'm excited about Friday. But I do have some orders that I need to blend up the body butters. I have to blend this weekend. No, I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'm going to blend some stuff tomorrow morning because I feel like I could get up early. I can start blending, get that out the way, play my music, and get those orders out the way, right? And then I'll have the rest of Saturday to relax, okay? I'm trying to pace my days so that I don't overwhelm myself because I'm a one-man band, okay? Across 2 of my businesses, I'm a one-man band, and then I have my corporate job that I have to do, right? Because that keeps the lights on. Telling you, we can't do shit without lights. I got hit with the cable bill yesterday. Okay? I did, y'all. I did. Let me see if Facebook is still sending data. Yep. Don't look like Facebook gonna be nice to me today. Let's see what it do. Let's see what it do. It might not send the data over there. Let me see. Nope. It didn't send it over there. They didn't send it over there. That's all right. Happy Friday, y'all. So what's going on in the weekend? Anybody got anything exciting happening this weekend? Zen is making macaroni and cheese. Zen, you know, I know that you always have some magical ingredient or some kind of twist that you put on your food, right? How are you making this macaroni and cheese this weekend or tonight? Are you making it tonight, or is this a weekend thing? Is it a Sunday dinner thing? What is the special occasion for the macaroni and cheese? And what are your ingredients? Because baby, I love some macaroni and cheese. I love macaroni and cheese, and I love the corner. I will listen. Hillbilly, I'm envious. I love nature. So Hillbilly, you are tenting it up this weekend. You're gonna pitch a tent and start a fire and be out in the woods for real. I'm so I want to do it, but I'm scared. Good morning, mother. Let me tell you something about my mother lately. She thinks she cute. She do. My mother thinks she cute, y'all. Right? Lately, she just been so busy with her 55 and older people that she ain't had no time for me. Like normally, AG, me and her. Oh, wait, Hillbilly, I gotta come back to that. Because I gotta come back to that. All right. Mother has been acting real cute and bougie. All right. Normally, she spends time with AG and I on the FaceTime, chatting it up, talking small talk, watching our programs and stuff like that. Lately, Mother's been like, I'm busy. I have to go to this event. I'm busy. The ladies in my building, we're going to dinner. I'm busy. I got to do this and I got to do that. Dressing up in her clothes and stuff. I'm like, hold up. Life gets exciting at 70. In your 70s, life gets exciting. You see, we got it all wrong, right? We got it all wrong. The retired folks got it right. They just be doing and going and coming. They ain't got to clock in to work. They ain't got to worry about nothing. They just be like, I'm going here and I'm going to play volleyball and I'm going to this and I'm going to that. It's bingo time. I love it. I'm not rushing to be 70 though. I'm not. I'm just rushing for that lifestyle. I am. So mother, go ahead and continue to try to be cute. Well, you're not trying. You are cute. Good morning, Cheryl Lee. All right. I just love the activities in her building, right? But then, the funny thing is she got black folk in her building, right? But she hang out with all the white folk. I'll be like, where's the black folk? Okay, there's 2 black women. Janice, who she hangs out with, but not as much as she hang out with the white folks. And Devlin. But Devlin is mean. Like she talk sometimes and sometimes she don't talk and she don't want to be bothered. The white folks are always friendly. So mother hang out with the white folks. All right. I am jealous then. I am. You're right. Busted. Because listen, there's so much more I could tell you that goes on in her building. They are lit Zen. This is why when I tell people I'm going to Florida and I'll be in Florida for 2 weeks, right? Like my ex used to be like, Dad, you go see your mother a lot. And I was like, listen, y'all don't know my mother building be popping. What? Listen, I'm just saying. This is why my plan is when I retire, listen, y'all know how we talk about people living with their parents? Yes, Valerie, she run that building. She is the Beyonce in that group. She is, and she run the building. But can I tell y'all, you know how we be like, you too old to live with your mama? That's going to be me. I don't give a fuck. I have a resume that shows that I've been living on my own from the age of 16. Okay, so if I want to move in with my mama at 60 years old, guess the fuck what? I'ma do that. We already got it planned out, y'all. All right. We are going to, right now, she lives in a 1-bedroom. We are going to upgrade her apartment to a 2-bedroom apartment. And I'm going to go there and be her caregiver. I am. And I'm going to be popping it and dropping it like it's hot in her building. Yep. That's the plan, y'all. We already got it figured out. We already know how to do it. All right. And, that's it. And that's all. Oops. Mother said everyone calls me the go-to person. You are, mother. You are. Zen said I'd let her run the building too. I know she got blades, ice picks. Yeah, they probably scared. You right, Zen. They probably scared of her, right? And so, listen, I love my mother's building. Like lately, when she first moved to St. Petersburg, she lives downtown on the harbor. And when she first moved there, it was real quiet. A lot of private homes, small businesses, real quiet. Now, when you go to her neighborhood, it looked like a little mini Manhattan. They done bought up all the little private houses and they put up 40-story buildings, 30-story buildings and shit like that. People in St. Petersburg that have been living there in like 5-story buildings and shit like that are losing their views to the harbor because these big, tall buildings are coming in. They put a bunch of hotels downtown, all kinds of hotels, Hilton, Sheraton, all kinds of hotels downtown. I think they have the Loft hotel downtown, and it's becoming real touristy, where before it was a small community, LGBTQ friendly. Yes, I say that all the time because that's important to me. I mean, I like diversity. I do. And I like the energy of a diverse environment. That includes colors and sexual. All right. And so I like when neighborhoods are diverse, they cater to all cultures, right? And that's how St. Petersburg is. And so, it's changed, not from a cultural perspective because they are still diverse, but it changed because it's like a little Manhattan. So now it's a little noisier than it used to be. And sometimes my mother's like, oh my God, when I first moved here, it was quiet. I said, Mom, okay, you got $2 million apartments around you. Do you know what that means? That means that you live in prime real estate. They done built these buildings and hotels around you. You live in a fairly new building. Her building is about what? I don't know. How long you been in your building, Ma? 7 years, 8 years, or however long? Her building is brand new. Okay. And I said, you live in prime real estate. The buses, everything, the little trolley cars. You right there by the baseball stadium. I mean, it's beautiful. And so, sometimes, yes, it gets a little noisy, but there's a blessing with living in an area like that. Like, I absolutely love that area. I can literally walk from her house and go hang out in a million bars. I could leave her house 10 years. Okay, I could leave her house and go eat anywhere. I could just walk. I can leave her house and walk to the beach. I can leave her house and walk to the harbor and sit on the harbor and watch the boats come and go. I told my mama, don't complain. Don't complain. That is a beautiful, beautiful area. Cheryl said, Miss Sandy, how did you find out about St. Petersburg and what made you choose that area? I'm going to answer that for her because she's not going to come on. It's a lot for her to type, right? She might type it, but originally when she moved to Florida, she moved to Spring Hill. Okay, Spring Hill is more suburban, right? There were no sidewalks when she first moved to Spring Hill, but she moved to Spring Hill because her cousin, she's telling you now, her cousin lived in Spring Hill. So she moved like about a mile or two from her cousin, right? But Spring Hill is the type of area where you have to drive. And so my mother relied heavily on her cousin who had diabetes. Rest in peace. She's no longer here with us, had diabetes. And as her health started to decline, getting around for my mother was a little bit icky. And plus my mother wasn't really happy with the development she was living in. And so the complex that she was living in at the time, they were opening up this new building in St. Petersburg. And so she took the opportunity to apply for that apartment, not knowing much about St. Petersburg. She heard about it, but she didn't really know much about it. But, she heard about it. And she took the leap, right? And she went and she rented this apartment, got approved and rented this apartment sight unseen. She picked her apartment before the building was up. Her apartment is on the 5th floor in a corner apartment, beautiful location. And she picked that apartment sight unseen. And she took a leap of faith. She didn't know anybody in St. Petersburg. No one. All she had was her cousin in Spring Hill. But she took the leap of faith because the same management company that was operating her apartment complex offered her to move to St. Petersburg, and she took the opportunity. And at first I was scared when she told me she was moving, because I was like, oh my God, now she's going someplace where nobody is at. And so that was a reason why I visited her often. But I absolutely love her neighborhood. Like, you can get anywhere you need to get to. Like, literally, I used to rent cars when I went to St. Petersburg, because I always rented cars going to Spring Hill, because Spring Hill was an hour away from the airport. So I had to drive. But St. Petersburg, 20 minutes from the airport. I take an Uber from the airport. Everything that I want to do in St. Petersburg, like I said, I could walk to, jump on the bus. You can even take the bus to the beach if you don't want to walk to the beach in your neighborhood, right? But even when I want to go to my favorite beach, I call an Uber. It takes me 15 minutes down the road to Caddy's Beach. And when it's time for me to come back, I call the Uber to come back. I don't even rent cars no more to go see my mother, because the car just sits. And so I absolutely love her area. I'm so glad she moved to St. Petersburg, because she gave me a place to retire to. She did. Because I wouldn't know anything about St. Petersburg, and I didn't really like Spring Hill. It was country. It was too country there. I don't want to go to Spring Hill, even though it's more affordable to live in Spring Hill, but I like St. Petersburg. All right. And so good morning. Happy Friday. Now y'all know about my mother's living quarters and the plan for me to take my happy ass down to Florida, when I retire. Move over, mother. We get on our nerves so bad. I don't know how that's going to work, us living together permanently, but when my mama come and visit me, and she stayed, the last time she came and visit me, and she stayed for like 2 months, I cried when she left. Even though we get on each other's nerves, I don't care. I still cry when she left. I was like a big baby, and I was sad for a really long time, because I got used to her being here. So mama, I love you, even though you get on my nerves sometimes, and I know I get on your nerves, but that's it. We stuck together. All right, y'all. So I gave y'all my plans for the weekend. I told y'all my mama's business. All right. And so there you go. So when y'all visit me when I'm retired, y'all know where I'll be. We are in the month of April, y'all. And today is Friday, April 26th. And April is the month of acknowledgement. We are, mother. We are so much alike. That's the problem. That's why we be chopping it up. But it's all love. It's all love. I know when Tony get home in a year and a half, how much longer your son got in the Who Scout? A year and a half. I know when he come home, he gonna try to bully me for your time. And I'm gonna have to karate chop him, because he gonna have to come to Florida to get it. Because I'm just saying. Don't worry, Ma, I'll share you. Today is April 26th, all right? The month of acknowledgement. And you know what? A lot of us got a lot of shit to acknowledge. We do. All right? I am willing to acknowledge there doesn't need to be anything wrong in order for me to be all right. I didn't read this one yet. Not this year. There doesn't need to be anything wrong in order for me to be all right. Okay, they still gonna come get him though? He didn't owe them no more time. It is a sad thing to consider, but some people seek out pain. I need y'all to listen to this, y'all. I need y'all to listen to this, because there are a population of people that feel like they always got to have some sad shit in order to be all right. Let me read the preface to this again. Let me read the title to this again. There doesn't need to be anything wrong in order for me to be all right. It is a sad thing to consider, but some people seek out pain. Some people create pain. Some people just don't feel alive unless something is wrong, unless they are hurt in some way. When something has been wrong with you for an extended period of time, it can become a habit. Are y'all listening to this? When something has been wrong with you for an extended period of time, it can become a habit. It is the thing that makes you feel alive. It is the thing you expect and live for. Pain gives you something to talk about with others. Have you ever met someone that always got a sad fucking story, that always got some kind of pain they want to unpack with you? It can even make you feel important. You can use physical or emotional pain to demonstrate to yourself and others that you can handle whatever life throws at you. It attracts attention. When something is wrong with you, people come to your aid. If they don't, that too gives you something to talk about. It is not that you like pain. It's that it can give you something to do. And every living soul needs something to do. Are you guys listening? Every living soul needs something to do. Some people use pain, emotional and physical pain, as something that they complain about on a regular basis just because it gives them something to do, just because it draws attention. It becomes habitual. Life doesn't have to be hard. It is not necessary to live in pain or to live eliminating pain. Without pain, we can learn to settle into the beauty of life. When there is no pain, we learn to live without fear. When we learn to release pain and the anticipation that it can and will return, we become more comfortable with ourselves, which makes others more comfortable with us. We get the genuine attention and companionship we desire and deserve. It is at this point we discover that we do not need pain to feel alive or to enjoy life. Until today, you may not have realized the role pain plays in your life. Baby, let's talk about it. Perhaps the time has come to explore the idea that you may seek out, create, and expect pain in your life. Just for today, closely examine all of the painful experiences or situations you are currently facing. Baby. Ask yourself, how do I support this and expect it to be a part of my life? Write down your answers. Next, ask yourself, how can I approach this in a more loving and peaceful way? A message. Life doesn't have to be painful. You don't have to have pain for you to believe that you're all right. You don't have to find something to talk about that hurts you that's related to pain, right? It says, ask yourself, how do I support this and expect this to be a part of my life? Write down the answers and next ask yourself, how can I approach this in a more loving and peaceful way? Today, I'm devoted to discovering a pain-free way of life. What does that look like? I am just on my way to discovering a pain-free life. It doesn't mean that pain doesn't exist, right? It means that we have to accept pain as a part of our life, a part of our journey, a part of our life lessons. But we don't have to emphasize on them. We don't have to live in that space. And we don't have to make it the primary focus in our life, right? Some people navigate their life focusing on their downfalls and the painful things that they're going through in their life. And sometimes what ultimately happens is you get so used to living in this painful realm that it becomes habitual. And you find that all you talk about is your pain. And you lose sight of any type of joy in your life. You lose sight and you stop appreciating the little good things That happens in your life because you get so consumed with the painful experiences that's happening. This was a hell of a message for me because I'm going through something painful right now, but I do ask myself on a regular basis, how do I navigate this as a part of my life? Right? And I let that question ring and resonate in my head. Right? I'm not saying don't feel the pain, don't acknowledge the pain. That's not what this is saying. But it doesn't have to be the focal point in your life. You know, when I get on TikTok in the morning, the first thing I ask them is, what is it you do for yourself? And I've been asking y'all that. What is it you do for yourself first thing in the morning when you wake up? Good morning, I am Jacinta. What is it that you do first thing in the morning when you wake up? For yourself. For yourself. Right? And I said to those people on TikTok that were watching me this morning, I said, you know what? I said, some people feel like I get up with so much energy early in the morning. I'm blasting music. I'm dancing around. I do my bike. I do my stretches. Then I'm dancing around. And some people jump on my live and they go, how do you have this much energy early in the morning? You know what I say? When I opened my eyes and I took that breath, I was happy. I immediately celebrated. I have another opportunity at this thing we call life. And I'm happy about that. And so I wake up and I try to live in that moment of appreciation for the opportunity to do the shit another day, no matter how hard it is. That's the positivity I try to feed myself when I wake up in the morning to conquer the negativity that might creep in. Because there was a time that I would wake up and the first thing I thought about was my problems in front of me. Sometimes I tossed and turned, couldn't sleep, trying to figure out how I'm going to navigate through. Now I wake up and I go, thank you. No, I still don't know how I'm going to navigate through, but guess what? I got another day to figure it out. And that's that is the mode that I sit in the morning. Right? And so when people scroll my timeline, they check my page and shit, they'll be like, oh, she seemed like she good. I just appreciate the fact that I had another opportunity to breathe in this oxygen. And I celebrate in that. My pain is still there. It is. But I don't let it consume me. I don't let it be the topic of my life. I don't let it lead me. Right? How can you navigate your life and your pain as a part of your life, but not let it control the dynamics of your life, not let it form into a habit, not let it take over you emotionally to that's all you can focus on. Do not become the person that people run from because all you do is complain and talk about your pain. Now, I'm not saying there's no grace for those that might be living in the moment. Hillbilly, you're living in a moment right now, and that's expected. But we're talking about people that live in these moments for a lifetime. Like I have had people in my life like that suck me dry because every time I speak to them, they want to talk about their pain. And I'm like, you know what? You're triggering my pain. You're triggering the things that I'm trying to navigate. And so sometimes I separate myself from those people because it wakes up the beast in me, if that makes sense. Right? Now, I'm not talking about the person that calls me and has occasional thing that they want to talk about. No, no, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who eats and breathes their pain on a daily basis. And that's all they talk about. That's not good for me. So if you've ever been in my life and I don't call you no more, it's probably because of that. And it's not because I don't love you. It's just because it takes me off balance. Right? There go those boundaries. I love you, but shit, don't let the pain drive you. Okay? Looking back sucks right now. Even just opening my eyes, it sucks. But baby girl will be home in a week, and that does not suck. And that's what I'm talking about, Hillbilly. You are going through a painful experience right now, but you see what you did? You turned that painful feeling and that experience into something positive because you said, opening my eyes suck, okay? But guess what? You threw in something good. But baby girl will be home, and that doesn't suck. I like how you did that. Paw. I just heard of it the other day. It seems it's not far from Cumberland. Paw. That sounds like, I don't, Paw. That sounds like the hills have eyes. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, Hillbilly, how you didn't hear about Paw? West Virginia is like a hot skip and a jump. You in it and you out. Anybody heard of Paw? That sounds like the hills have eyes. I am the center. That's a great people that live in their pain and they complain about their pain on a daily basis. I am the center said those people are not willing to do the work within, so they are constantly in the same cycle. It becomes habitual and they live there. I have 8 paws. What is paws? Good morning, Pat. Oh, you said that. Hello, Mike Patton Network. You said you don't claim the panhandle. You don't claim the Eastern Panhandle? Mike, my dad had dementia, so I know exactly what you're going through. My brother was his proxy, and so 2 of my brothers, one brother lived with him until he ended up in hospice and a nursing home. And my other brother is the director at the hospital that my father was in, the nursing home and the hospice division. He was back and forth. And so, yeah, it becomes our responsibility as kids. I had my brothers, so I wasn't as glued to the side as they were. But yes, Mike, that's ultimately what happens. That's why I say, people are going to be looking at me side-eye when I go live with my mother because, we become the caretakers, right? The kids grow up and we become the caretakers for our parents. And that's just the way life is, right? And we hope that our parents, and this is why I know I give my mother a hard time, y'all. I do. I absolutely give her a hard time because part of it is because a part of me wants to extend her life as long as possible because I want her here forever. I do. And so when I get on my mother and I be like, Ma, go exercise, go walk, go do this, go do that. It gets on her nerves. I know it does. But it's a part of me that's being selfish. That's like, I need her. I need her to be here. Right? Because I need to get to retirement age before I could get to Florida to take care of her. So I need her to be as healthy as possible for as long as she can. Right? Because my brother's in the Who Scout and she only got 2 kids. And so selfish part of me pushes her and I get so frustrated when she's not consistent. And it's because I want longevity for her, right? Because I know that our role is to take care of our parents as we get older. It becomes our responsibility. It does. It does. And so, Mike, we most of us will live in that space that you're living in right now. At least you have you and your sister. I hope my brother stays out the Who Scout so I can have him too. Because my other 3 brothers are not by my mom. Okay. Okay, pawpaws is a green papaya. Oh, pawpaws are the American banana. Pawpaws is a rope banana. I'm going to need y'all to make up your mind. Somebody said an American banana. Somebody said it's a rope banana. And someone said it's like a green papaya. It's a veg and ripe. It's a veg. And when it ripes, it's a fruit. Pawpaw is ripe at first. I need a picture of a pawpaw. Where's my phone? I'm going to look up a damn pawpaw because y'all not going to have me. What is a pawpaw? Look it up. Oh. This is a pawpaw tree. That's a pawpaw tree. Okay? I don't know. It says the pawpaw tree is a small, deciduous. Oh, wait, I got to pop up. Tree with large tropical-looking leaves and greenish-brown banana-like fruits, known for its unique flavor and suitability to North American temperate regions. I never ate these before. This is what they look like, y'all. They look like big ganips. Wow. I never saw those before. I never did. Yes, Brandilla, tell it. It's much better when you have help. This is why I be like, my brother better stay out the fucking Who Scout. The fuck? Like, I be wanting to, he better come on. I'm telling you, Hillbilly, caregivers should get badges or something. They should. They should. But what I do like, and I don't know if they've always done this, but what I do like is that they allow family members to register as caregivers. So when I navigate to Florida, I will officially be my mother's caregiver on record. Like, she is no reason for her to have a stranger in the house unless, you know, something dramatic happens and I need nurse care or something to come in and help us. But, you know, for the most part, they allow family members to be the registered caregiver. And so that is my plan, because who better to take care of my mom but me? Okay. He'll be in a facility. Okay. Right. My mother has a caregiver right now. But, you know, I always tell my mom, she don't need no damn caregiver. She's still hopping around the street. She just got a caregiver because she can't get one. But mother don't need no help getting dressed. She don't need no help getting to the store. She don't need no help. None of that. None of that. The only thing is her caregiver drives her to Sam's Club and to Publix to get her groceries and shit like that. And they sweep her floor and shampoo her rug. But then my mother will turn around and re-sweep her floor and re-shampoo her rug. And I'll be like, Ma, well, they didn't do it right. Well, that goes to tell you, you don't really need a caregiver because you were getting up doing it yourself anyway. But listen, I ain't mad at her, because if somebody sent the caregiver my way to vacuum my floors, I might be okay with that shit too. I'm just saying. I might be okay with that shit too. Mike, it'll be all right. At least you have help. Just stay as strong as possible. This is, you know, one of the things that we have to plan for is, even as a part of retirement, one of the things that a lot of us may not think about, and I know I didn't think about it until some years ago, but when we plan for retirement, people are always looking at their finances, where they're going to live, what is day after work going to look like, right? But we also should be planning for caretaking of our parents. What does that look like? You know, where y'all going to live? What's going to be most comfortable? You know, all of that should be a part of our plan, because ultimately that's what happens. Let me look this up. Pawpaw, West Virginia. So now I looked up the fruit, right? So let me see. Pawpaw. Okay. Pawpaw is a town in West Virginia. That's what it says. It is 4 hours and 56 minutes from where I live right now. Pawpaw is a town in Morgan County, West Virginia. The population was 410 people at 2020 census. The town is known for the nearby Pawpaw Tunnel. Okay, now do you know it, Hillbilly? Population is 412. County is Morgan County. And it's 339 acres. It's a small town. Like you zip in and out. Things to do in Paw Paw, West Virginia. They have the Potomac River. They have the Paw Paw Tunnel, which is a historical site. Hillbilly, you still don't know it? Hotels in Paw Paw. Oh, they ain't no hotels. They're like little houses. What is Paw Paw known for? Paw Paw serves as the westernmost entry to the Washington Heritage Trail, a national scenic byway, nicknamed the West Virginia Banana. Okay? The Paw Paw is deeply ingrained in the state's history from its darker periods when a stand of Paw Paw trees just across the river in Kentucky became the site of one of the bloodiest incidents in the Hatfield and McCoy feuds, to happy occasions when the town of Paw Paw was incorporated and named for the trees that grow in abundance throughout the region. Okay, so there we go. The town really is real. It's in West Virginia, in Morgan County. How far is Morgan County from you, Hillbilly? I am DeCinta, baby. Right. This is why I said I am DeCinta. See, things we don't think about. I only have one son, and baby, pray for me. Because I swear I'm going to end up in a nursing home, right? I am DeCinta. I think about that now that I'm older. I was like, maybe I should have had 2 kids. Because it's a lot for one kid, right? And so I can see why you're thinking about that now. I am DeCinta. See, I couldn't really think about that at 16 when I had my son. And by the time I got old enough to think about having additional kids, there was 2 obstacles. One, I didn't really care to have any more kids because I had one and he was independent by the time I got old enough to think about having another one. 2, when I started to try to have a child, I found out that I couldn't naturally have a child. I would have to go through in vitro. And a part of me on the inside was sad and the other part was happy because I was like, oh my God, I could fuck without worrying about getting pregnant. I mean, I still had to worry about the diseases and shit, but when you have a significant other and you're not using protection, the one thing I didn't have to worry about was getting pregnant. That was like a celebration. And so I couldn't have any more kids. But I do think about that. I am DeCinta, my one poor kid being a caregiver to me, right? And my brother, he's right behind me. So what the fuck? I don't know. That's deep. It's a lot. See, Valerie? Valerie is the only child. Both her parents are gone, and it's just her. It's a lot to think about. Brandon said, I don't think most people think of anything important when having children except that they are having at the moment. Exactly. We don't think about the caregiver aspect of it at all, the sex that they're having at the moment. I don't think most people think of anything important when having sex, except that we're having it at the moment. Oh, sex. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think about shit. Valerie, you wish you had a brother and a sister. You got us. The fuck? I got 3. Listen, I got 4 brothers. It's all wrapped up to be Valerie. I am DeCinta. Listen, well, I'm going to be honest. I am DeCinta. I am really close with my brother that's in the Who Scout. The only reason why we're distant because he stays in the Who Scout, but that's my brother. Don't fuck with him. Me and him are close. My other 3 brothers, we're not as close. We weren't like tightly raised together. We were raised together, but not tightly raised together. Like I spent summers with them and shit like that. But my brother Tony, from my mama, I'm like his mother's sister. Like that's my shit. Okay, so I know that I got him. I just need him to stay out the fucking Who Scout. Okay? But you know what, DeCinta, you are right. There are siblings who are not close. You know, we hope when we have our kids that siblings are close. I wish that I had, siblings that I was really, really close, that was free. Like, I really wish my brother was free. Because if he lived a free life, we would be close. We would. I am naturally a critical thinker, so I be sitting around thinking about a lot of things. It's like a good and bad thing. So are you thinking about having another child so that you have multiple children? Wow, that's a lot to think about. It is. And the mere fact that you're thinking that far ahead, that's amazing. It is. Because who thinks about caretaking when they first having kids? We just thinking about, can I fucking get to sleep at night? This baby want to eat again? The fuck? You know, it was funny because the other night I was laying in the bed and I said to myself, what if I had to raise an infant right now? And I laid there and I thought about it. And I said, what if I had to raise an infant right now? Nothing in the pit of my soul gave me baby fever. I was like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I love babies. I do. I can't do it. Like, for the first time in my life, I have spent a year and some change free of dedicating my time and my hours to kids. I have finally come from out of the caretaker role for a period of time. I know that I'm going back into caretaker role for my mama, but right now I'm living the life of free from caretaking right now. And so to some people, like my little grandkids, they probably be like, "Where's my grandmama at?" I love y'all. I do. But, and even though sometimes I'll be like, I'm a call my son and have the kids come over to my house for the weekend. When the weekend come, I'll be like, I don't want to. I just want to lay around or just get up and go and do what I want to do. You know, a year and some change. And for a period of time, I felt guilty about taking that me time for me. And now I don't feel guilty anymore. I don't. I live in that space. It feels so good now. It do. I want to be healed from my postpartum trauma. It's been a lot, but I have had convos with my husband. I am almost afraid I will wake up one day and say, "Nah, I am good on another child." I get it. I am Jacinta. I get it. I get it, because baby, I cried many nights, but I don't know if I was crying because I was 16 or I was crying just because being a mother is hard. The fuck? Brandilla said, my mother and most of her siblings are mostly not close. There are a few of them that speak, but they are all closer with their friends than their siblings. My mama and her sisters too. It's trashy. My mama and her sisters too. One of her sisters, I tell the business. My mother lent one of her sisters money. This is how trifling family members are. Yes, it's my show and I tell it. And yes, sometimes a family member will call me and try to cuss me out and I don't give a fuck. But my mama, she had come into some money at one point, and her sister, her younger sister, well, she's not the younger sister anymore because we found out my grandfather was a Rolling Stone, and I have an aunt that's younger than me in Louisiana, but that's neither here nor there. But at the time, this was her younger sister. Good morning, Deb. And my mama lent her about $15,000 or something. I don't remember the exact amount. Okay. And my aunt was supposed to pay her back. Now, my aunt had a house, a husband, a job, kids. They had property, a swimming pool, all kind of shit. Okay? My mother was living in the projects, Wagner Projects on 124th and 2nd Avenue. If y'all from New York, you know the fuck what Wagner Projects are. It's right the fuck there off the FDR. Okay? My mother tried to get her to pay her back, right? My aunt is grimy and as fucked up as family could be. I said it. Put my mother down on her bankruptcy paperwork. I believe, mother, correct me if I'm wrong, you got a letter in the mail that listed you on your sister's bankruptcy. Basically, her sister put my mama on the bankruptcy thing so my mother couldn't go after her for that money. Who the fuck does that? This is family. This is family. My mother living in the project, you got a whole husband. Okay? You got a whole fucking husband and kids, swimming pool and shit. My mother living in the projects, and out of the kindness of her heart, she lent you money. And you put her on a bankruptcy list. That's trash, little auntie. That is trash. I say it on my show, right? Because this is the shit tacky family members do. And see, this is the reason why I don't like half my aunts and shit. And motherfuckers be like robbing your mouth. I don't give a fuck. Don't do my mama that way. And so, yes, I'm still working on myself because the devil be on one shoulder and the angel be on the other. And the devil be like, fuck them bitches. And the angel be like, try to give them grace. And I be like, fuck them bitches. And so, unfortunately, the aunt that did this to my mother, you see, God works in mysterious ways. And I'm not saying that she deserves her current life. I'm not saying that, Lord. I'm not saying that. Okay? But this aunt is now in a wheelchair, having to be taken care of, right? Why? No husband, no house, no swimming pool. She live in a house. I don't know. I think it's a community house or something. Okay? And so you're right. Siblings are not always close, right? And my mother is not close to none of her sisters. None of them. Not even the new little one that we found out about 20 years ago. I don't know how many years it's been now, but we found out about her before my grandfather died because he was a Rolling Stone. He used to be the president of the NAACP division in Spring Valley. And he was rumping it and humping it with the vice president of that chapter and had a baby. And we found out about this aunt after her mother died because she hired a private investigator to find out who her dad was. My grandfather knew the fuck she was out there. We didn't know though. And we love her. I love her. I do love her. We're not close because she was newly introduced to the family some years ago, but we do communicate, and I don't have any ill will feelings towards her because she hadn't been around to do anything bad, right? And so I don't hold anything against her. But the rest, they're not close with my mother. They're not, and I don't understand why. Now, my mother's older sister, I love her. They're just not close, and I don't understand why. I do love her. Now, my Auntie Jay, she is sweet. She's always been kind to me. I don't have anything against her. Now, her kids, I don't really fuck with them, but, but I don't understand why my mother and her siblings are not close. But then again, I do understand it because you got to go back into the history, right? And you have to look at how the mama was. And her mama was, see, my other grandmother, my father's mother, all of them kids are close because my grandmama raised them 5 kids to be close. Okay. And she made sure that there was family activities and shit that fed the family unity. Whereas my mama's mama, she focused on tearing the family apart by favoritism, by being mean and grouchy, right? That's why siblings, in my opinion, that's what led to the siblings' demise, the family structure. Now, the little aunt that my mother lent money to, and she listed my mother, she got a different mama. But she was still trifling. I'm just saying. Yep, Cheryl Lee, and you damn right. You damn right. That's a good question. I am descent to the hillbilly. It's the roughest part. You know about that closure when someone dies without you getting closure. I remember, true story. My girlfriend, her husband had an affair, and she found out about this affair on her husband's deathbed. Her husband had a heart attack at the light. And when she got to the hospital, I got to shorten the story. When she got to the hospital, she saw this woman there peeking around the corner. And she recognized this woman because she was a caregiver in the senior citizen building that my girlfriend's husband managed. And my girlfriend was like, what the fuck is this bitch doing here? Come to find out, her husband has been having an affair with that woman, right? And this was the hardest part. This was the hardest part. She couldn't get closure because her husband was dead. She couldn't speak to him. She couldn't ask him shit. She couldn't do nothing. When someone passes away and there's something open there or a gap and you're left with no closure, you have to find closure for yourself. That was hard for my girlfriend. I don't know if she ever got that closure, if she ever found the closure within herself, but it was hard. Because she will wake up on a regular basis just asking herself, what the fuck? Like, I just need to ask him, why the fuck? And she couldn't. So, hillbilly, I get it. Sometimes we have to find our own closure. The good things left unsaid, the harsh things verbalized, it tears at you. Oh my God. That part. That part. That part. The good things left unsaid. Good morning, Ghost. And the harsh things verbalized. Baby, that is the difficult thing, right? That's why they say we never know what tomorrow brings. We don't. The good things left unsaid. That is so powerful, hillbilly. It just reminds me that I need to be more conscious in saying the good things. Because I'm quick to call a motherfucker out. Like, I need to tell my loved ones I love them more. I need to appreciate them more out loud. We worked at the same company for 15 years. When we didn't live together, we lived in the same place area our whole lives. This is going to be an adjustment for you. And we're here for you, hillbilly, to the best of our ability. Right? We are here. You have a free reign to vent, to type in Discord if we're not live, whatever it is. We're always here to listen. Okay? If we can't do nothing else, we can listen. Sometimes that's all people need. The good things left unsaid. So, I mean, this is a good place to leave this off, right? Think about your life and think about the people in your life, right? And think about the good things left unsaid. Let's try to tell each other we love each other more. We appreciate each other more. Let's not take this for granted and linger around the things, the harsh things, right? I'm not saying don't deal with the harsh things because we got to deal with them, but we never know what tomorrow is going to bring. Reinvent yourself. I am Decenta. That is wow. I love that for you, I am Decenta. I love that for you. I love that for you. I love that for you. Keep us in the loop. Let us know how that works out. All right. Yes, hillbilly. Yes. You see what I'm saying? You see how we can offer other people guidance and opinions and our thoughts through our own pain? Yes, hillbilly, let her know. No matter what y'all are going through, try to reconnect, forgive and connect. And I do that with my brother Tony. Me and him fight a lot. We argue a lot. He get on my nerves or whatever, but I'll always be connected to him. I will. I just need him to stay the fuck home. Right? My other three brothers, I don't have any ill will towards them. We're just not close. And I think that that's just the product of our environment. Right? But we don't have any ill will towards each other. Okay? And so with that, I'm gonna leave this here because, I think we got a good message. Today's message was living in your pain and having your pain become a habit to where this is all you focus on a daily basis. This is all you talk about. This is all you live, right? But this says don't let your pain be the thing that guides you. Let your pain be the thing that you gain your experiences from, right? Acknowledge your pain, right? But also ask yourself, how am I going to navigate my life with this pain? Okay? Don't let it control you. Don't let it become a habit. You don't have to have pain to make you feel like everything is going to be better. You don't have to live in that painful space. And I'm saying this from a place and a person that y'all know what I'm going through right now. Right? But on a daily basis, I don't let that pain drive me. It's there, but it's not my life. It's just a part of my life. And so with that, I'm going to leave y'all with this message. This message and the message that Hillbilly dropped. Focus on the people in your life. Make connections or reconnect with those loved ones in your life. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And you don't want to be left without closure, right? Some relationships can't be repaired, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to settle in that, and that is your closure. But when relationships can be repaired, try to repair them if they can. See, I have some relationships that I lost for a period of time that I left the door open for repair. And then I have some relationships that the door is completely closed. I don't even want to rekindle. And that's okay too. That's my closure. Right? But don't let the good things wait to be said. Some people live their lives being harsh and saying the harsh things. And then when that person is not here anymore, they say, I wish I would have told that person I love them. We could do that now while we're alive and breathing. Like I need to do a better job at telling my friends I love them. Because I do. Yes, Cheryl Lee, I like that. I like that, Cheryl Lee. You see? Great support system. Great advice. All right. And with that, y'all, I'm going to bid y'all a good weekend. All right. Have a great weekend. That's sad, Cheryl Lee. That is so sad. Right. But I appreciate you guys sharing your own personal experiences as some of us are going through some things. right? And I always said when I first started this platform that, it is comfort in knowing that you can express the things that you're going through, and there's a population of people out there that understand and is willing to share the things that they go through, because we learn from each other. And we also don't feel so alone in our journeys. All right. And so with that, y'all, move with love and peace. Have a beautiful and safe weekend. And I'm going to send y'all out because you know what I say. Even when you feel
low, you can still go.
And you can.
You
And today you're going to get the whole song because it's Friday, y'all.
Hope, you can still go. I never answered a no, man, I still go.
And I told y'all, this is Coffee with Friends, and I'm going to default. Move with peace and love. Happy Friday, y'all. Be safe and get this message on the way out. Hey, what? Hustle hard. I'll be making moves
till I'm buried in my grave.
Hey.
Through the system, I don't wanna be saved.
I've been doing shit my way.
On the highway and in the driveway. It's a nice way. It's a time through the climb. I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch. Nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain
anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient. It's believe what?
With the seed,
With the negativity.
but I just slide right by the energy.
What?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer the no, and I don't, y'all. I don't. But the rest of the song is coming, y'all, because we need it. Coffee with Friends. They have a little warfare going on, but that's all right. We're going to get through it. Hey.
You got a mind, but even that could change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain.
Hey.
That's what I say. Fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst I say and turn them to a game. Take the best I say and put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain.
What?
Never slow yourself down, you can do some more.
Hey.
Push past all the pain and you find it.
Hey.
Open it up and finally explore everything that you find you can never do before.
But
even when you feel low,
you can still go.
Even when you feel slow,
you can still
go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Hey.
I never answered a no, man, I still go.
And I don't, y'all. See you Monday. I'm out.